And now thou with the real far country. These taplines are unseen by the human mind and senses, and exist in the astral and mental worlds, in the bodies of a lot of unaware people. The real guides know exactly how these taplines are placed and with whom. The existing rep systems have no clue as to what is taking place with the average person, even though they are one of the major instigators providing these taplines to the unaware masses. I have personally seen the taplines associated with different groups, and especially with religious, political, and spiritual organizations. All of what is taking place from an unseen level is according to the real intent of those who are in control and what their relationship to others really is. When a person has real guidance with the real guides, they will be shown what influences they are connected to, which can affect their mental and emotional well-being, and also what is taking place with certain situations in their personal physical life. A person's dream visions become an important asset with only living a one-dimensional life on Earth. Here again is where the real far country and the vast knowledge of it makes a lot of sense as a security. As I'm writing this book, I also want to share how the new presentation became a true reality on this level. Paul Twitchell created a position in 1965 for the people of this world, which started up with the real intention of the All-Is. Paul was trained before his life and during it, up to the very moment he received the rod of power from Reb Zartars in 1965. He provided the first steps and formulated a membership following that was right for the times and has become a good lesson for me as I came into my readiness of the real position. I have decided not to have a membership and more so develop leaders, new leaders, those who will have the real courage to work with the new man, is the new way. I like being self-sufficient, and so I am providing the True Completeness courses. The True Course is more along the lines of what a person would sign up for in college, because of the ancient master and membership ideas has already become outdated. A close look into the real side with real guidance will demonstrate this reality now. Everything in this world and all the way up to the All-Is is in its right place. And whatever each person decides to have as a part of their life is fine with the whole of life. The difference with each one of us chooses becomes the experiences we will be living with. If a person decides they want to worship the gods of man and continually bow to their masters and authorities, then those people have the right to do so for as long as they want. The real guides are only interested in real freedom and not the invented ways of what humans have determined for themselves. In the beginning, with what Paul provided, he wrote his presentation for each individual. But as things went along, the membership wanted to have gatherings and classes. This was mainly decided amongst the membership, and so Paul obliged by providing some guidelines for the newly formed classes. This was also the way that his presentation became very well known around the world, as those who followed him spread his message. Today, it takes more courage. When Paul left the earth in 1971, after establishing a worldwide teaching and writing over 30 wonderful books, at first there was no one to take his place. Rebazar had already approached a fellow by the name of Durwood to act as a go-between while the real guides were preparing the next real leader to take over as the way shower for what I now call and has become the corporation. Durwood did a lot of good and I learned a lot from him, but eventually he became more interested in himself and was asked to leave the position and to let the next man become known and take over the membership. Eventually, Durwood did let go, and the next guy filled in and took over. Then a funny thing happened on the way to the corporation one day. The next man, Gerald, took on a new female partner. And the light that was sustaining the quality and awareness for the corporation began to dim and fade away until there was very little to be known. Today there is only darkness within the corporation where the light once was. Those who pay attention are shown in their dream visions, and those who want to rule are left behind. Of course, the pretty words are still being written by Gerald and edited by his new partner, Crony. So everything on the surface looks really good. The real guides could easily see that the inner and outer control had become overwhelming by what I have come to term the influence. At the time I was discovering all this and a lot more, I saw it as my great adventure to have and learn from. Anyhow, right after I entered the real position, August 3rd, 2001, the real guides motioned for me to recognize the existing situation with Gerald as an eye opened and to gain experience from, and so I did. A long series of events began to take place on the outer and the unseen realms, as there have been many nights when I was with either Ursha or Rebazar and Paul as they were showing me. To most of the unaware humans on the earth, all that was going on meant nothing to them, because they were kept in the dark along with the membership of the corporation. Crony, the second wife of Gerald, was making sure that everything with the control of her husband's followers was as it should be according to her. She was sent by what I have termed the three-headed god of deception, Pelham. For more information on this erratic and ultra-strange deity, more details are in New Book 4, The Adventures of Rebazar Tars. It is all part of the ongoing Adventure Is series. At first glance, it would seem that what is being presented here is a good sci-fi story. But as the reader learns to take part in the adventure and experiment with the new used sessions, they will make contact with the real universal guides and become part of this remarkable adventure into the real universes of your freedom.